8 entrance.
अच्छा.
I think this year yate asile Yosemite Valley Lodge.
Alright, so today we are from a very unique and different place than in all of the city life that we have had for the last few weeks. So today we are in Yosemite National Park. This is a little towards the eastern part of the state of California. So this here is our first stop. We have the Bridal Veil Falls ahead, and we have El Capitan, which is a granite rock cliff right here to the left, and I'll show you both of these places. There is the Bridal Veil Falls. Very little water right now, it's November. So there behind me is the Bridal Veil Falls. Like I said, very little water, it's almost autumn. Now there behind me is the El Capitan, or the Captain is what they call it, a giant rock face. Now imagine someone had the balls to climb all the way up without any harness. It's almost inconceivable, when you're standing here and staring at this mammoth rock face. Now just look at how beautiful this stretch of the road is. And you can see the leaves changing color with autumn setting in. It's slowly turning yellow, and then some also red. You can see the change of color. You can see the red here, and the yellowing. Beautiful road.
Yeah. Swinging bridge. So they have it.
So now we are approaching a little bridge, like a tiny one on top of a river, a stream, and once again it's just super beautiful. That there in the distance is supposed to be the Yosemite Falls. It's of course dry now, and this is fed by it. নাজানা একো মই একো নাজানোৱে তো লৈছো এসা গুছা পিছফালে যা So that up there is the Cathedral Rock. As you can see, this dome shaped, almost looks like a volcanic cone up there. And over there in the distance behind the trees is the iconic half dome of the Yosemite National Park. And we have taken a small stopover because we want to eat some food, have some tea. This is the Curry Village. You can see a lot of cars parked around here. You also have some so behind me you can see the tents that you can book and stay overnight. So you have all of these cars here. You can eat at the Curry Village. So that's the plan. It is you know, it's good. You want to throw it? This here is the curry village. Alright, so we've taken a stop here because the El Capitan is very properly visible from here. It's just above me, towering above. Have a look at this. Right, so you can see the mountain here, and there's absolutely no way that you'd be able to spot the climbers, but there's two of them over here. There's another one right over here. Now, how do you explain this? I mean, to understand that, you know, there are people climbing right on top, and, you know, one mistake and they could be dead. Of course, they have some safety harness, although there have been people without that as well. And I don't know, it's just inconceivable to me as to how, you know, someone would even attempt to do that. It's mind-blowing. So some more information, we have just learned that those three there are called the Three Sisters. Looks pretty much like dikes, but it's not a volcanic landscape. So we are now at one of the craziest points in this place, and right in front of me it's an incredible view. And let me just show this to you. This is the tunnel view of the Yosemite National Park. Wow, how beautiful is this? That's the El Capitan. That's the half dome from yeah, there. And you have the Bridal Veil Falls here, which is not visible now because of, you know, there's no water. Now, why is this called a tunnel view? It's simply because you have this tunnel right up ahead, and as soon as you exit it, or, you know, maybe just before entering it, this is the view that you get. Incredible. This is the entire Yosemite Valley. Okay, so it's said that during the last ice age, this entire place was covered by glaciers, and as the glaciers started receding, the erosion led to this beautiful landscape that you see here. Alright, so once again we'll try this. This is the El Capitan, and there you have the Three Sisters that you just saw, and above that you have the Sentinel Dome. In front of that you have the Half Dome, and interestingly, you know, you can like hike up all the way to the top of this, to the top of the Half Dome, everywhere. What a wonderful view. So this up ahead is the glacier point, and this is, I think, the last vantage point that we will see for today. This here is the glacier point. The half dome. Some live music going on. That there is also an ice cream shop. You can also spot two waterfalls there. It's the Nevada Falls and the Vernal Falls. I'm not sure if I'm pointing exactly right because it's a small screen here. And there are trails leading all the way up and around. This half dome in all its glory. Alright, so I think that was it for today. We went to a number of points. This was of course the glacier point. Prior to this we had the tunnel view, and before that we had a number of other views as well. We saw the most important El Capitan rock cliff, and yeah, I think that's Yosemite for you.
고르가 안에서